Okay, trunk, key. Put that in there. Whatever the fuck that is. That's just a really old picture. Quality Canadian cement. Ooh, we got some tiles. Blue, purple, yellow, red. Alright.
It's locked.
I know that. I don't know what all this junk is for, but I'm sure it means something at some
Hello,
point.
Jane.
Oh, well,
I'll let you get back to
you
your
wanted me
work.
to tell you what I found and not look at everything in there? Let's go to the fountain. Come on. Ah! That actually made me jump a little bit. Excuse me? Are we stuck in a loop? Nope, we're good. Okay. Is there like a reason for that? Or is she just like gone nuts? I don't understand why that was the thing. Also, I love that Jane gave no further reaction other than, just contemplating life. Oh, I think I know what that's for. Okay. Alright. Well, let's head over this way. Whoa. I'm sorry, ma'am. Did you just realize you became another person for a couple of seconds? Or am I just really
Hello,
high?
Jane.
Were you just writing something?
I'm still working on getting my list completed.
Are you certain? You seemed rather lost in thought. For just a second. No, never mind.
Oh, my. What is this?
Are you gonna finish that thought? Alright,
What
good
does
enough.
it say?
This is so touching. It says, I am so sorry. I have always loved you. I love you still. Your sister, Cassandra.
I know it might seem hard to believe, but for just a moment when I entered the kitchen, I could have sworn I saw your sister Cassandra sitting where you are now.
That is odd. I really was lost in thought just now when you came in.
I thought it was just my imagination, as I had been looking through Cassandra's trunk and had seen an old photo of her.
Was there anything of particular interest in that old trunk?
Yeah. I mean, I picked some shit up, so obviously it was important, but I'm gonna say no.
No, just the photo, a piece of broken red tile, and some keepsakes. Nothing very interesting.
You know, I think that is the same tile we had in the fountain. The fountain was so colorful when it was new, but it has faded. Now, when I go out and sit in the garden, I can barely make out any of the original pattern. I remember when I could sit in the garden and imagine all sorts of wonderful things as the water glittered above the bright tiles in the fountain.
Well, that sounds wonderful.
It's odd you should mention that, as I also found a sketch of that fountain in the chest.
Yes, Cassandra actually helped design the fountain when we first put it in. In fact, she made a beautiful colored drawing of the pattern in the fountain.
Do you have any idea where that might be?
I'm not sure where it is now, but we used to have it in a frame in the living room. It was quite striking.
Alright. Again, weird choices that really don't make a difference.
I'll let you get back to your work.
Okay. I'm using my trackpad for some reason. I don't know why. It's not like it's easier than my mouse. Trackpads are actually more of a pain in the ass. But whatever. I just kind of started doing it. What's this? Oh, it's that thing. I don't actually know what it does anymore. There was like a code or something. I don't know. Maybe it's this frame?
What's this?
a peacock, usually. There's a couple of them with, like, I think those are, like, pineapples with flowers or something. I don't know. You can open that?
This must be the painting Cassandra did.
It's very, very striking. It doesn't look at all like something that you might see in MS Paint.
It really feels as though Cassandra is trying to tell us something.
Well, she might be, but she is also dead. So I don't know how much she can really tell you at this point. Turn around. What? Why can't I? There we go. Lots of peacocks in this room. I don't know. I didn't know last time. Noticed that before. Well, let's go this way. Take a look. We need to remove the water, dude.
It's too difficult to see. I should drain the water.
So that's what this is for.
It's too difficult to see. I should drain the water.
Maybe it's not. That's what I was thinking, because we found it with the tile. Unless there's like some kind of thing we need to attach to it to make it do what we want it to do. I don't know how this works. Well, let's talk to Mrs. Witch Hat.
How is everything going, Jane?
I found Cassandra's painting, and you're right. It's quite striking. It was still in the frame behind the painting next to the hutch.
That is great to hear.
It does seem as though Cassandra is trying to tell us something.
I am so glad you said that. I have the same feeling, but I was afraid to say anything.
I'm going to go out to the garden and take a look around now.
I think that is an excellent idea.
Talk to you soon.
Okay, bye. I need something to get the water out of the thing. Okay, why am I even... Can I rake these leaves? Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
This could be useful.
Well, I would have assumed that if there was anything to be picked up there, I would have already fucking picked it up. What the shit is wrong with me? Okay. Wait, no, put the tubes in because it just complains anytime I try to put that thing in. Tubes. And now this thing. And now we can get all the water out. Or some of it. There's... You know, you don't have to stop cranking. You can just keep going.
This is really faded.
It's okay. There you go. Take a tile, maybe? No, we're just gonna complain about the... Where?
If I could just color the tiles, I'm sure there's a clue here somewhere. This is still too damp to color.
Okay. Well, let me... I don't know, go talk to the lady again. Maybe it won't be damp to color. I mean, I don't think it matters. We're not trying to make it look pretty, but whatever.
Have you found anything?
Yep.
Yes, I found a hose in the garden, and using an old pump that was in Cassandra's chest, I removed the murky water from the fountain. The pattern is terribly faded, and I was hoping you had something I could use to color some of the tiles.
I'm not sure if they would work, but I have these crayons if you would like to try them.
Well, of course you do.
That's perfect. I'll give it a try right now.
Alright, bye. Let's hope it's not too damp to color because I'm gonna kick someone in the teeth if it is.
This is still too damp to color.
Are you kidding me? What if I just take the crayons out?
This is still too damp to color.
What do you want from me? How about we just dry it? How do you like me now?
I'm not sure where I should start coloring.
Well, probably not with that thing, so...
I'm not sure where I should start
I
coloring.
am.
I'm not sure where I should start
Look
coloring.
at the painting.
I'm not sure where I should start
Well,
coloring.
then let's go ask Mrs.
Hello, Jane.
Oh my god. Okay, let's look at maybe the sundial. Well, that...
Ah, that way is north. So that is how the fountain is facing in the painting.
Alright. Sure. Because the sundial obviously knows the directions. Oh, god damn it. I mean, it might, but you never be too sure if the fountain is facing whatever. I don't fucking know what's going on anymore. I'm just being picky because I'm annoyed that I had to look at the fucking sundial. Okay. Oh, I don't even have to know anything about it. It's just rigorous clicking, isn't it? This does not look like crayon work, okay? This looks way too nice to be colored with a crayon.
What could Cassandra be trying to tell us? I know what the answer is. I'm going to get it, and when I show it to Mrs. Danforth, she will too.
You gonna tell me the answer? Or you just, you know, I don't know, that sheet music was diamonds and roses, right? Is that supposed to be a clue? Maybe I gotta show her the sheet music and she'll be like, ah yes, roses and diamonds. This makes all sense. Yep.
What have you discovered, Jane?
Yep.
I think I understand what Cassandra is trying to tell us. I don't think she took the dire diamonds with her when she eloped. In fact, I think they are still right here.
I can't see how that could be. Everyone has looked for those for years.
Yep, it's in the song. I knew it. Yep, totally.
The answer is actually right here in Cassandra's favorite song.
I don't think I understand.
Me neither.
Here, just read the title of the song.
Diamonds and Roses. Yes, that was her favorite.
Okay.
Now do you remember the fountain and the broken red tile I found in her trunk?
Yes.
Do you remember the fountain? No, it's only been there my entire life. I just kind of forgot about it.
When I colored the tiles in the fountain, it came to me. She had Jake, your gardener, break out the tiles in the red rose and hid the necklace in the fountain and then replace the tiles.
Well, that does sound plausible, but I would hate to tear out the fountain if we were wrong.
All we have to do is remove the red tiles and concrete under them, and we should know if the diamonds are there.
I know the name of a good handyman we can get to come out and do that. I will give him a call and see if he can come first thing in the morning.
That sounds like it's coming from the garden.
You're not gonna come see with me, or are you just gonna sit there? Yeah? I'm the only one concerned? Me, a defenseless teenage girl? Sure. Yep. That's... okay. Oh.
The Grand Hotel. I wonder if we'll have time.
What does that even mean? To light the matches? Yep. What is happening? I guess the dude took the diamonds and is now escaping to the Grand Hotel? Obviously, because if someone drops a matchbox, that's where they're going.
It was the Grim Reaper again. He has broken out the corner of the fountain and escaped with the diamonds.
Those are a family heirloom that I would truly hate to lose.
He dropped this matchbook. I bet he's staying at the Grand Hotel.
I'll call a taxi. They're always very
Ah,
prompt.
yes, they are always very prompt.
Where to, ma'am?
To the Grand Hotel and step on it. We haven't a second to lose.
What these
I'll have you there in a flash.
speaking?
That's him. I'm
Fucking
sure
whatever.
of it. And he's running for the hotel.
Oh no,
If we
you're
don't
not.
stop him, we'll never find him in that costume party.
Knock over the flowers. Fucking trip him. Yeah! Why is he glowing blue? Is it Noah?
You're Kenny,
Oh, it's
the gardener's little brother.
My name's not Kenny. It's Ken now.
I know you stole the diamond necklace, Kenny.
I knew the diamond necklace was stashed in the garden. I heard my brother and your sister plotting to stash it in the garden, under the red flowers by the fountain. I never guessed they meant in the fountain. I've looked there several times over the years, but never found it. When I found out you were moving, I knew it was now or never.
I don't really want to see you go to jail, Kenny. So if you give the diamond necklace back now, we can just forget about this.
Okay, you win. Here it is.
This has turned out to be the
Yeah,
most
that's how that
exciting
works.
Halloween ever.
Yes, and recovering the diamonds gives me so many options.
It would have been a real tragedy to have lost such a wonderful family heirloom.
The diamonds are certainly a family treasure, but the truly special part of this Halloween is that I feel as though I have reconciled with my sister. The argument we had on my wedding day has haunted me my entire life. You can't imagine how many times I wanted to tell her how sorry I was that we had quarreled. Now all that seems behind me, and it is almost as though I am starting a new life. Bye. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween to you too. Bye. I wonder who that is. He seems rather tall for a trick-or-treater.
Excuse me. Are you Mrs. Danforth?
Why,
It's
yes,
Noah.
I am.
Do you recognize me? It's been a very long time.
John?
Mom?
Dear Nixie, my visit with Mrs. Danforth resulted in the most amazing Halloween ever, even though I did end up missing my train home. From the moment I arrived, I kept having this eerie feeling that someone was trying to tell me something. The more I helped Mrs. Danforth prepare for the estate sale, the stronger the perception became. I will have to write you a detailed account of all that happened and Mrs. Danforth's amazing story. But for spooky Halloweens, this one has to be tops on my list. I am almost certain that the ghost of Mrs. Danforth's sister, Cassandra, helped us solve the mystery of where the long-lost dire diamonds had been hidden. Not only that, but Mrs. Danforth was reunited with her son John, who she thought had been lost during the war. It turns out that John was injured in France and had lost his memory. He was captured by the enemy, who took his papers and uniform, so when he escaped a few weeks later and was picked up by our boys, no one could figure out who he was. During his recovery in England, he fell in love with his nurse and they married soon after the war ended. John went on to become a doctor and has a thriving practice. His wife is quite charming, and so are his 6
Just went to
children.
medical school.
It was only a few
Yeah, that's how
weeks
that
ago
works.
that John regained his memory, and they decided to come back to the Dyer mansion and find his family. Mrs. Danforth was so thrilled to have her son back, and it seems as though the entire family had always been together. John and his wife have decided to move back to the Dyer mansion with Mrs. Danforth. I can't think of anything more exciting than to have all the children bringing happiness to the mansion and to Mrs. Danforth. I'll write more soon. Love, Jane.
That's not how any of that shit works! You don't just, leave the war and go, oh yes, I am now going to be a doctor. And just, you don't just sign up. There you go. You have to go through so much school. 9 times out of 10, if you've been through the war, you don't really have the credentials to get into medical school. Whatever. I don't care. It's over. I did it. I beat the game, and that's good. I finally got around to it. So that was that. There's also a new game out. Well, there's Peril in Pemberley, but that is a lot more money than I can really afford to spend at this particular moment. So I won't be playing that unless it comes down in price significantly. But there is now Crew's Most Deadly. No idea what kind of title that is. But I will be playing that soon because I didn't know it came out. And there's, I think, 4 chapters out. 5th one's on the way, and it'll be out tomorrow. My tomorrow right now it is, well, actually, technically it's today, because it's midnight on June 3rd. So, expect that to come out, hopefully a little sooner than this did, and I will see you eventually.